This video is all about Google Forms, and in this video we're going to take a look at some of the types of questions you can add in a Google Form, as well as some examples that you can use, how you can use Google Forms in the classroom. Just as a heads up, there currently isn't an iPad app for Google Forms, so if you want to create a form, you'll have to do it on a computer. The first example that we have here is a reading survey that's completed by students, where they would answer questions about their reading behaviors. In this form we have multiple choice type questions where the students can only choose one answer, and we also have a checkbox question where they can select multiple responses. This here is a math survey Google form where students complete a grid type question. This Google form is used as a diagnostic assessment tool. It's used for formative assessment at the beginning of a math unit to determine what students already know about the unit coming up, and it's given at the end of the unit to see what they've learned throughout the unit. This Google form is used as an exit ticket. In it, it has paragraph type questions where students can answer the questions using as much text as they need. This Google form has a couple different types of questions in it. It has text questions, which are just short response questions, multiple choice. This question down here allows the response to select a date, so they're forced to put in a date, and again another paragraph type question. This is another example of a Google form using a scale question. And we can see that we've also added in what the response sheet looks like for this scale question. This Google form has a couple questions that are select from a list or choose from a list, which are basically just drop-down menus. So here the teacher has a couple math problems listed, and then has, for the responses, putting in multiple ways that the student might choose to answer that math problem. And finally, the last example that we have here is a form that's used to track learning skills, which is also a grid type question, and with also some drop down or choose from a list type questions and a short response question. So the teacher would choose the student from the class, type in the task, and then assess the learning skill, and then of course the responses get put into a Google Sheet, which can then be arranged in multiple ways to view the data. So I hope that this video was able to show you some ways that Google Forms can be used in the classroom, as well as some of the types of questions that we can do in Google Forms. Thank you.